This is a true personal story and occurrence. I was in my senior year when this incident occurred, and I learned my lesson to never mess with the deep web, or dark web as people call it. Seriously, don't do it. Every day after school, my friends and I would hang out, living the life as we would be dismissed super early from school. Over the weeks, my friend and I grew increasingly curious about the dark web. We would spend hours looking at videos online pertaining to the horrors and oddities that people would encounter while browsing the alluring web pages. As the days passed, our interest grew more and more, and so did the research we conducted. From what started as normal internet videos, we delved deeper into finding out true horror stories that happened to people. Let's just say we were way too involved for our own sake. Let's fast forward a week to where the interest in the dark web grew dim because we started to find out less and less info about the deep web, mainly because we were too scared to actually venture off mainstream platforms to see more. We weren't that dumb, right? After our usual hangout that night, everyone left the house and it was just me at home. At around 10:30 p.m., I turned on my TV and started flipping through the channels. As I looked through the TV guide, something caught my eye. No way, I thought, eyes glued to the screen. On the glowing screen, a movie with the title Deep Web illuminated my living room. That's so weird. Why the hell is a movie called Deep Web playing right now? My thoughts were scrambling my brain like an egg, nausea, concern, and slight terror whisking away within my head. The ominous title of the movie raised all the red flags in my mind. There was no way I was going to click on that. Just then, I heard a vehicle approach and stop in front of my house. I live on a main street that overlooks the road, so everything was visible from my window. My heart dropped at what I saw next. As I stood in my living room and looked beyond the window blinds, I saw a blacked-out van, parked right outside my house. Not only was this odd, as I've never ever seen such a sketchy car in my extremely safe neighborhood, but what are the odds of this happening? First, the Deep Web movie playing on the TV to now this sketched-out black van right in front of my house. And on top of that, no one wanted to be home tonight. How convenient. I was frozen in the middle of the living room, my thoughts racing. Okay, there's my baseball bat, but that's in my room. Too far away. Is the basement door locked? What if they come in from the back? Should I call someone? Where are my parents, my brothers? Should I call the cops? But what would I even tell them? At this point, I was frozen in place, my hands up near my face as I stood guard. I was ready for anything. At the end of the day, this was all my doing. I delved into something I shouldn't have. I ignored all the warnings. I thought, heart pounding in what seemed to be an eternity of anticipating the worst. To my relief, I saw the van drive off, and a weight was lifted from my shoulders. I believed that I was spared, for whatever reason. But hey, I'm not complaining. The last thing I'd want would be to end up on a live stream or something even more sinister. Shortly after my parents arrived back home, and everything at school was normal the next day, I learned my lesson to stay clear of the deep web. There are warnings for a reason, so don't ignore them. I hope everyone stays safe and protects themselves. Don't make the mistakes I did because some things are better left alone.